Hello and welcome to another First Impressions video brought to you by mmorpg. Today we're taking a look at Uncharted Waters Online. It's a free-to-play kind of shipping style MMO. It's developed and published by KOEI, and in the US it's actually available from Netmarble. So we're just going to create a character. It's kind of a slower pace, at least in the beginning game. Looks a little bit more kind of crafting and exploration heavy rather than just like an action RPG. This is not going to be your Diablo style game. This is going to be more of a crafting game, maybe a lighter version of Eve, it looks like, at least from my first hour or so of play. It's originally released in Japan in 2005, made to the US in fall of 2010. So we're just making our character and see how that looks. Now let's hop into the game and see how the game actually looks. And we're back, we're in the game. We've kind of gone to school for a minute and got some nice little robes. We got kind of a pomp and circumstance style song playing in the background. So you just talk to the NPC a little bit. We got click to move. You also double click to talk to NPCs. And you gotta do the quests. It's pretty detailed. There's a lot to keep track of in this game. So kind of go through it and make sure... Oops. Having a couple of issues with the... So let's take a look at the academy itself. Here's where you start, and you get some of your just basic controls when you first get in. We've seen, you know, the street, the guy that teaches me what he's doing, sends me around town. Just take a look at the academy. I mean, you can see what I start with, and you can see a little emote when you get geared. It's the little, yeah! Yeah, there we go. I got my first little dagger, and I'm gonna get my first little, the uniform you saw me wearing earlier. Yeah! Alright, so let's go hop on the ocean and see how that looks. Crashing. And we finally finished all that. We're gonna actually get out into the ocean to see what the gameplay looks like. I wasn't able to get into much of any combat, but I just wanted to kind of explore. It looks like that's more of the goal of this game. We've left the harbor, we left port, and just checking last minute just to make sure I have all my supplies. And then we can move. I get over here, I can get my mast to come out, which lets me catch wind. And it looks like this guy's got not just one boat, but a series of them. So it looks like you eventually get kind of a fleet rather than just one bigger boat. Although he's got, all three of his are bigger than mine. It looks like he just went into port, that's why he disappeared on my screen. Kind of looks like one of those Japanese fishing boats, which I guess since it's a Japanese game, it would be influenced. Looks like he's got a whole fleet too. That's interesting, you can control more than one boat. Well, eventually. Right now I can't. So you can see the click to move here. The turning's a little bit clunky, but, you know, picture out in the water. You wouldn't just turn your sail and make a hairpin turn like that either, so that kind of makes sense. And this isn't MMORPG style, so your character will level up, you'll get new equipment, namely a boat. You'll get new crew, which you see on the left, my green bar. That shows how tired my crew is. They're pretty full right now. You gotta make sure you have food, you gotta make sure you have weapons. You also gotta... There we go, just drop the anchor to see if we can do anything. It looks like I don't have much equipment to do anything yet. You can see the sunrise coming up, another island across the water. Checking out some of the items I have access to. Click the game, check it out, it's available for free. It's a pretty in-depth game. It's something I might take a little more look at later, but sometimes, I hate to admit it, but sometimes I just want to hack and slash. And for whatever reason, yesterday was one of them. And this game wasn't giving it to me, but it still looked interesting. It reminded me of a milder version of Eve, the focus on exploration and building rather than on hacking and slashing. You see, we're based around England. Alright, the game. Like I said, Netmarble in the US. Like the content, stay tuned to this video and others just like it from MMO Play. I wonder what's over here in this port. Maybe we'll check that out some other time.